So I'm sitting here in my car, and I'm watching all these people at the park and stuff like that. And for me, I'm not somebody who likes to work out when there's a whole set of people around. That's just me personally. And I don't know if that's how you are as well when it comes to you being in particular areas where you just want to have space to yourself. And that's me. And my inner voice told me that I needed to be here at 10 so that I could work out and get what I needed to get done, because I was only going to do like at least a 1 hour session, right? And soon enough, it gets to 11 o'clock, and as soon as I get back in my car, I see all these other people coming up and pulling up. And it's so interesting that if I was to pull up at 11 o'clock, I would not have went outside and worked out, because that's just who I am. I'm not somebody who just goes out, and that's just who I am. And it's like a nice little park that I usually do like outside workout and stuff like that, and it's a particular like routine that I have where I can really just be comfortable and just truly be myself. But I say that because if I was to come here at 11 o'clock, that would have stopped me from pursuing working out. That would have stopped me from going out there and doing all these different things. Now, I was going to, record this video outside as well, but, more people pulling up and everything of that sort makes me uncomfortable. But the show must go on, so I decided to still make the video, and I'm recording this video as we are speaking right now. But the point of this message is that your greatest enemy is not anything outside of yourself. And let me say it again in a way that you can truly understand, that you can understand it. Your enemy, your true enemy, is the person that you see in the mirror. The true enemy, the person where you gotta fight back, you gotta fight the man, the woman. The true enemy is you. Your greatest, your hero, your redeemer, your savior, that's you. You are the only person to save you and redeem yourself out of your own mess. Nobody else is coming to save you. Not Jesus, not Buddha, not enlightenment, not manifestation, not affirmations. Nothing is coming to save your ass but you. And we might, I'm not saying there are, external things outside of us that don't cause problems. I'm not, disregarding racism. I'm not disregarding sexism. I'm not disregarding anything that is, that might cause you discomfort. Anything that might look like, it might give you the illusion that it's some type of limitation. The limitation is all here. It is because of your limited beliefs. It is because of your limited perspective on life that you have suppressed your own dreams. You've suppressed your own perspective, and you have suppressed your own actions. But your mind can only go as far as you want yourself to go. You see what I'm saying? If you believe in your mind that you are marginalized and suppressed and oppressed and all these different things, then of course that's going to show out in your life, because you project your own reality from the mind. But if you truly believe that you are somebody, that no matter what somebody says about you, no matter what somebody tries to do to you, you're going to find a way to make it. You're going to find a way to pursue your dreams and to accomplish that which you want to accomplish. You feel me? You feel me? So it doesn't matter where you're getting at. It doesn't matter who's in the way, what obstacle you have to get by, whether it's family, friends, whatever the case is, a job, whatever it may be. You are your greatest enemy, but you are also your greatest hero. And you have to really be tapped in and in tune with yourself to do the things that you need to do. Like I was telling you about the voice within myself, your intuition, the inner God within yourself. You have to listen to that. And it doesn't matter what religion or what spiritual system or what lifestyle that you choose to live. Everybody has that inner voice or that God within themselves. And anybody can tell you that they have that little voice within them. And anytime they anytime that they didn't listen to the voice, something bad happened, something delayed something prolonged them to do something. And what's the first thing that they say? Something told me to do this. Something told me to do that. Something told me not to do that. Something told me that I should have, I should have showed up here a little earlier. I should have got up on time. And that little voice is trying to save you. That little voice is not going to, it's not going to snap you out of your delusion. It's not going to make you be the person that you want to be. You have to take action on that. Your little voice is not going to shame you. The little voice within you is not going to condemn you. But the bigger voice, what is deemed to be the bigger voice, because it has more, how do I put it? It has more depth. But that's the illusion of it. See, the smaller voice is not inferior. The smaller voice is there because if you listen to it, it don't really have to say too much. You see what I'm saying? But the bigger voice has the illusion of so much depth and so much volume within yourself, because it's always talking. It's always on 24/7, because that's that carnal self within you. As it talks about in the Bible, even though I'm not religious. That carnal self that every time you try to do good, evil is always present. And because within life, you've always felt like you've done more bad than good, or you've always listened to more of the flesh than the spirit, you've always listened more to the subconscious rather, or it could be either or, listening to how your subconscious mind has been programmed rather than, your spirit and your heart and your gut. Now you're put in a predicament to where you are tussling. You're in a warfare with yourself. The true warfare is not outside of yourself. The warfare is within yourself in high places. So you have to make a decision on what are you going to do with your life. How are you going to go about your life every single day? When you wake up and open your eyes, what's the first thing that you do? Because how you start your day is most likely how you're going to end your day. If you go to work late, if you go to work tardy, if you start your whatever you do in your daily routine, a couple of hours early or a couple of hours late, a couple of minutes late, you don't put in your all, you get slouchy, you get sloppy, you start taking stuff off your list. Oh, I'll do that tomorrow, or I'll do that next week, or I'll do that in a couple of days. How you start is how you finish. So if you start off bad, if you start delaying things, if you start putting things off, you're going to keep doing that. Because then it's going to happen the next day. And then it's going to happen the next day. And next thing you know, you're putting off something that you say you were going to do on Wednesday. Now it's Saturday. Oh, I'll do it next week. Next week comes, oh, I'll do that next week. Next week comes, oh, I'll do that next week. Now a month has passed. Now you forgot about it. Now you feel like it's useless. Well, I said I was going to do it, but maybe it don't even mean. And you get all up in your head about something that you should have just did it when the voice and the spirit within you told you to do it. It could be for anything, whether you want to pursue art, whether you want to pursue film, whether you want to pursue music, whether you want to pursue being a content creator, a book writer, whatever the case may be. It's all on you. Take action now. For yourself, for your family, for your future lineage, for your future generation that you're going to produce and bring into this world. Do it for them. Do it for you. Do it for your friends. But most importantly, do it for yourself above all things. Prioritize your time, manage your time, and stop shaming yourself. Stop condemning yourself and making yourself feel bad because you didn't get whatever you could have got done yesterday or the day before, or even today. You could have started off bad today. That doesn't mean you have to end off bad. Yeah, most likely if you start off bad, you're going to end off bad. But don't make that the perception that if you started off bad, oh, today going to be a bad day. I just know it. Today feel like a... And people will literally curse themselves. You know it. You know a friend or a family member that if they start having a bad day, they know they're going to end off having a bad day. Because they've already put it out. They've already conditioned their mind to never see the positives in life. They start off, I mean, as soon as when they get in traffic, or somebody might hit their car, or they might stump their toe, or something happened with their clothes, or somebody said something wrong to them or looked at them the wrong way. Just the little things they let condition their whole perspective on life and let those things take advantage of them. There's an old saying that if you cause your anger and your emotions to control you, it has mastery over you. If you let people get under your skin, they have control over you. Whether it's fear, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness, whether it's stress, those people have control over you. You have to understand that the outside forces of this world is nothing but an illusion. It's the internal forces within yourself that you have to control. And once you defeat the enemy within yourself, another proverb, and I'm paraphrasing it, once you defeat the enemy within yourself, you no longer have an enemy outside of yourself. And that's why I'm repping Thorfinn, I have no enemies. Because you truly do not have any enemies. Once you realize that you are the common denominator for everything that happens in your life and how you respond to life, life is all fine and dandy. You'll understand why people are the way they are. Why there's so many Scrooges and Grinches within this world is because the world has conditioned them to be that way. And they've never been through their own internal spiritual journey to come to the conclusion of these type of matters. So you have to make a decision within yourself. Are you going to be the self-master of your own life, or are you going to have somebody master yourself? Are you going to take control and action over your life, or are you going to allow somebody to take control and action over you in your life? In my past video, I talked about how the main thing that you need to prioritize is your time. And the main thing that you really need to truly understand and realize is that when it comes to you, you have to be responsible for how you go about your own life. And you can't just sit around and procrastinate and think, oh, woe is me. Oh, well, that would have been nice if I could do that too. You can do that. Anything they can do, you can do also, and better. Anything that you put your mind to, you can do it. If you can wake up in the morning and make you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you instilled within your mind that you was not only capable of doing it, but you put it into action and you manifested it. Something as little as making a PB&J sandwich, you have to also take bigger actions into understanding that you can create a 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure business. It takes some time. It may not, you can't make it, how you make a PB&J sandwich. It may not happen as easy as that, but it's possible. And all these millionaires and billionaires tell you the keys, the simple keys that it takes for you to get to where you want to go. But you want to know why you don't believe it? And why it's hard to believe? It's because you've conditioned yourself for so long that the enemy is outside of yourself. That the enemy, the person that is keeping you down, is suppressing you from achieving your true goals. It's nobody outside of you that's stopping you. Damn sure ain't no devil. It's you. Everybody from Steve Jobs to Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, everybody, Elon Musk, everybody who has some type of significance in what they have contributed to the world, they will tell you all the same thing in terms of the mind, in terms of prioritizing your time and managing it, in terms of your belief system. All these things come to play. I could tell you up front, like for me and how I was raised up and how I grew up, ain't nobody thought little old me, little old Tyrone could make over 40,000, have over 40,000 subscribers on social media, make money off of social media, 20,000 people following Tyrone. Ain't nobody care about no Tyrone. I mean, really, you could ask people I went to school with. Tyrone, ain't nobody following no Tyrone. Ain't nobody. And that's how they saw me though. Growing up in middle school, growing up in high school, Tara ain't gonna achieve nothing. And that may be how people might see you. But you have to stand out of that. You have to walk out of the shadows and cast your own light. You have to create your own path and your own journey, and nobody else is going to do it for you. Not mama, not daddy, not your best friend, not your crush. You have to be your own motivator. Like I said in my last video as well. When you become your own motivator, and you have to be the one to inspire yourself. There may be days you're going to wake up and you're not going to feel the best. That's not what should motivate you. The goal should motivate you. The routine, the ritual should motivate you. That I'm not going to stop at this until I see it. A week passed and then you give up. 2 days passed and you gave up. Stupid. You have to be the person responsible for your life and your journey, and it takes for you to understand that the enemy within yourself is not the white man, is not society, is not the elites and the higher ups, is not any Illuminati and all these different things. It's yourself. It's greed, it's lust, it's ignorance. These things are your true enemy. So once you come to understand that, then you can get back on the good foot. Get on the good foot. Then you can start living and producing and prospering. But if you want to know a little bit more, you know, if you a little late to the scenery, all right, check out my video, you know, what should be popped up on what I was talking about in my first video on this platform. Make sure you like the video, share this with a couple of people. We out.